Okay, we need to have a talk. After making this video, I'm going to change the foregrip that I've been using for the past like 3 seasons of Warzone. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so we're going to be setting up a private match where we're going to test all these out. We have the Commando Foregrip, the Merc Foregrip, the Tactical, Ranger, and Operator Foregrip. That's all the foregrips we're going to be looking at today. I wanted to use a pretty base gun to test this out with. You know, I didn't want to use, something like, not a good one here. We'll see. I didn't want to use like the Scar or something like that, because that's something that nobody has any idea of what the weapons are like normally, you know what I mean? So I'm going to use the M4 because it's kind of a good base weapon for the game. Like I said, we're going to be looking over the Commando Foregrip, the Merc Foregrip, the Tactical Foregrip, the RF, Ranger Foregrip, because you can't put Ranger as a loadout name. It says it's like inappropriate or something. I can't remember. Anyway, that's weird. And the Operator Foregrip. And that's the only attachment we're going to have on these weapons. I don't want anything else to alter the outcome, so the only thing that we're adding to this M4 is the foregrip. So let's go ahead and check it out. We're going to do it in a couple of ways. The first thing we're going to do is just a 0 attempt at controlling recoil, shooting straight at a wall from a medium engagement distance, and we're just going to see what kind of pattern it takes with 0 input from us. Secondly, we're going to put up a target, and we're going to shoot with input from us and see how they react to trying to control recoil. So let's go ahead and jump into the distance shot with no input. Okay guys, so we're going to get into some of the shots that we took here, all with the Commando, Merc, Ranger, Operator, and Tactical Foregrip. Try to think of the best way I can do this all, and I think the way I'm going to do it is just with kind of like a pretty much paint. It's not Microsoft Paint, but it might as well be. But screw it, I think it'll be easiest. Let's do it. Alright, so I zoomed this in a little bit. We're going to start off with the Commando Foregrip and how it did. It's not too bad. I mean, it's the first one you unlock, and honestly, it's the one that I've run for since I started playing Warzone. It's been since Season 3, and it's served me very well. We got the first shot that pops up here, last shot ending up somewhere around here. It goes up like one more shot. I just couldn't get it good in frame. There's a lot of distance between these shots, which is the thing I don't like. That's showing that the recoil is very sudden. And overall, our shot comes up, and this is a common trend amongst all these, and then kind of glances off to the right. And now, like I said, the main thing with these is there's a big gap between all of these shots, which is going to hurt us when we're trying to be as precise as possible. Okay, moving over to the Merc Foregrip. I honestly was very surprised at the Merc Foregrip. It's not one that I've ever really used, but this is our first shot here and our last shot here. What I did like about this one is how close these shots are. You can even tell just in height alone how big this gap is compared to over here with the Commando Foregrip. So like I said, the pattern it's going to take is the exact same. It's going to come up, and it's going to glance off to the right. And that's something to take into account. I've never looked at just the shot as far as what kind of recoil is it giving me without any input. And that's what this is. It's just recoil with no input whatsoever from our mouse. And this shows you kind of what you need to do. So initially you need to kind of pull down, and then with these foregrips, you need to start kind of pulling off to the left a little bit. So it's kind of a good thing to look at. But overall, so far, I am liking the Merc foregrip. Okay, sliding on over to the Ranger foregrip. What this one has going for it, let's see, we got first shot here, last shot here. What this one has going for it is it's a very steady recoil. Because you notice with these, with the Commando and Merc, it's a very sudden angle here where it switches into horizontal recoil. But right here, it's very steady. You can see that curve that it's taking is way easier than this one. Also, these shots are pretty close. It's starting to look like maybe it's a good middle ground between Commando and the Merc foregrip. So let's keep checking them out. Let me go ahead and finish this. That's close enough. I'm going to fix that. Let's move on. Okay, trying to find different colors here. Okay, moving into the operator foregrip. We got first shot here. Last shot up-ish here-ish. This one's another one. I don't think it might be about the same as the Ranger as far as how that recoil goes. I'm going to go ahead and draw this just to kind of give us a baseline. Yeah, it's about the same. It might be a little bit better, a little more improved. Yeah, just a smidge. But you can see it's really starting to kind of even out. So let's go ahead and get into the tactical foregrip. Alright, tactical foregrip, and thank God, because I had run out of colors. Alright, so we got first shot here. Last shot up here. Now, this one is going to... It kind of takes a back seat. These aren't in progression as far as how you unlock them. I believe tactical is... the second or third, maybe the third one that you unlock. But here's the trajectory of it. I'm going to redo that. Let's see. Let's try to get that more precise. That's a little bit better. Yeah, so you can see it's going to be a little bit more abrupt than the Ranger. And more abrupt than the Operator. So, yeah. Alright, so looking at just purely recoil, I'm starting to like the Operator foregrip. Just because that recoil is very steady. It's not a hard jump in me having to change. Because I'm going to show you in a second where I'm shooting at targets and I'm having to kind of try to adjust for all this aim. And it's going to really show because I'm going to have to try to correct for this jump right here. And this jump right here, and some of it in the tactical. I'm going to have to adjust for that. But in the Operator, I'm expecting that I'm not going to have to adjust as much. But let's go ahead and check it out. Alright guys, let's go ahead and jump into the targets and what happened with those. I'm used to what the Commando foregrip does on the Growl, but I'm not used to what any of these foregrips do on the M4. I've never been the type to use the M4 much. I know it's a good weapon, just haven't really used it much. But I kind of like it this way because I wanted to use it on a weapon that I don't use much. That way I'm not used to it because I want to see what would it be like for someone picking up this weapon, first time they're using it. This is their first foregrip. How's it going to work with them? Just go ahead and take a look at the first one. This is the Commando Foregrip on the M4. It did pretty good, for the exception of these few shots. I kind of shot up here into the 8s, but overall did pretty well. Alrighty, moving into the Merc Foregrip on the M4. This one did pretty good. None of the shots got into the 8 like we saw with the Commando Foregrip. All of them stayed in this 9 and 10 area. Still dealing with a little bit of that recoil trying to go up and coming off to the right, and me trying to correct that, as you can see with these shots that came over here. But overall, this one did very well. Alright, now we're moving into what I'm probably going to be switching to. The Operator Foregrip. This thing did fantastic. I think that's a shot outside on the 9. This one kind of touched the line, but everything else stayed in the 10. Like, that's fantastic. I'm very impressed by the Operator Foregrip, and I'm probably going to be changing. Moving on. Next on our list is the Ranger Foregrip. The Ranger Foregrip also did very well, staying outside of the 8 like we saw with the other foregrip, but it did hit into the 9 a good bit more than the Operator Foregrip. But majority of the shots right here in the 10. Solid choice. Now on to my least favorite. I've never really used the Tactical Foregrip. Maybe you could chalk it up to that. But this was my first shot with it. I didn't want to go editing and make myself look better. This was my first shots with the Tactical Foregrip on the M4, and they are god-awful. I mean, none went into the 8, really. However, look how few went into the 10. I mean, we can't look past that. Most of them went here into the 9, right here and right in here. So, I don't see any reason to use the Tactical Foregrip. These other ones are far, far, far better options. But that's my results from the Tactical Foregrip. Okay, and here's all of them again just for reference. Like I said, the Operator Foregrip, that thing's banging. That thing did fantastic. I love it to death. I'm going to be switching to the Operator Foregrip on my weapons. I hope you guys learned a little bit of something from this. If you did, go ahead and drop a like. Follow me. You go follow me on Twitch. I'm on there every now and again. Let me know what else you guys want to see. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.